1:30 almost in the afternoon in Illinois, somewhere just outside, just north of Moni, Illinois. And just decided to come on really briefly. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm waiting for Stephanie over there to get a phone call done. She has an appointment, she has rather, with a medical person. And I'm just sitting here in the parking lot, a little bit disheveled. Staying at a rest stop for a couple of days. It is interesting. It shows you a lot of things about life. Wish I could show you. There's something I see over there, which is like I noticed that like when people gather together, they kind of gather in groups of 3 or 4. We pulled up here and rested here. The Norcor gas guy came over here and rested here, and some other guy with his hazard flashing is making phone calls came over here, and then some other lady came and parked over here. So it's almost like when you put one thing in a group, there it just kind of gathers around like a bunch of comets, like dust particles forming a comet, which I just found kind of cool and kind of on theme and on point with the content for this channel, what it's become, for the varied stuff it'll be. But anyway, we had one person, we lost them. So yeah, it's a really windy day. Decided to come on here while I'm waiting, see if anybody even hopped on. So far, only one person. And there's everything around me. It's just a random shopping plaza in Illinois Springs, somewhere in mid-southern Illinois, or just north of it anyway. I guess I just north of Mooney, and waiting for her to come on the phone, Stephanie, to finish a phone call. And I just figured I'd make a little short for the one person here and the one person who left. Hey, if anybody likes it, like and subscribe. Likes always help. Subscribes always help. We do always do the donations too for Love Is All, but that's not really set up in the moment. And as I'm mobile, I don't really have the links on hand to share you for the one that would benefit both me and Stephanie and other people. But anyway, it's a nice sunshiny day after a windy day yesterday. Nice beautiful sky. Nice beautiful blooming trees. Even in the midst of all this concrete, you can find something that's kind of natural, beautiful, and nice. That probably seems pretty on point as well. But yeah, so that's it. And it's kind of a thing for one person only, right? So sleep this way and like that way. More expensive things, and dirt and gravel, dirt and gravel. 6 people.
I need to do some things that I've been wanting to do.
Oh, so 6 people are watching dirt right now. It was originally 1, because I can't really get to come this way because I don't want to film that car. I gotta.
Well, I'm kind of.
It doesn't matter. Look at. Well, look at. I just put my face. Look at the way my face. I even said I looked disheveled.
I was sick all day yesterday.
And I see, but and how many people? Pricedom says wow, but if you looked at her and said wow, I could understand that in a good way.
I have no makeup on. I'm super pale.
And it's still pretty. But
I have a shirt on. I got from.
Yeah, I got the same shirt. We got it from church on Easter Sunday, which probably looks like she's trying to show off her butt, but she's not trying to show off the shirt.
Oh no, I just.
I said looked like. I didn't say it was real.
But I was talking to. So, I have a counselor. Yes, I do. She's awesome. She's amazing. And because everyone needs one, so I feel about it. Anyway, she reminded me that I need to, since I'm here, even though I got sick and things didn't work out exactly so far as I thought, which is fine, because there's still good things. She reminded me that I need to go. That what were some things that I wanted to do when I came here, other than the main things. So I'm doing the main things still as much as possible, like working with the church for the food bank and all of that. I still have that in play.
Right, we meet with Israel tomorrow.
I still have that on play.
Or Thursday, rather.
And I can do a lot of that even from not here. I figured that out after coming here. That's how it is. But I want to go do things like go downtown, go to the Natural History Museum if I can be able to do that. There's some art museums I really like to go see because I want to take in some culture. I want to go downtown and take in some regular culture. I'm used to Portland, so.
Well, that's one thing I will tell you.
Boise and all these other places in Florida. So I can do that. I want to see it. I want to be there.
For now, the 3 people watching, that is the idea. Like I said, is right. It's central southern Illinois, or just north of it, basically, into the Chicagoland area. It's only about 15 minutes in one direction about now. And then further than that is downtown Chicago where she wants to go. So we have that.
I don't know if you can hear me, but hopefully
They can probably, well, I hope to God with the cost, well, never mind. I hope to God with this phone they can hear you.
Well, there's wind.
One person watching, so apparently not well, but I'm pretty sure, I'll check it out when it uploads, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure with all that technology, they have that in there too. But I will say, I told them that too. I said the wind has been kind of my nemesis for the last 3 days. The only bad thing, I said beautiful sky, beautiful trees today. The wind is still here. It's a nicer wind than the one a couple nights ago when I was moving things in the rain. But
gotta protect my eyes so I can see, right?
but show on the back of that shirt again, because you couldn't really see with your ponytail in the way.
Oh.
So just, yeah, I'll film upwards. So go out, go attract it, walk it, and manifest it. So we both got those from the church. One of the I wanted to say 2, but we didn't go to 2. We went to 1 and then found a campground on the way to the second one, which we were late for anyway.
We went to one church in the morning.
No, we didn't, because we didn't go to Israel's church. We were too late for that, so we skipped Israel, sadly. We didn't go to Emmanuel, which Emmanuel Christian Reformed is a great church. And then we went to the Lighthouse Church at Alsip.
So we went to one church in the morning.
Right, at 11 o'clock.
And we were going to go to church in the evening. And then I wasn't feeling well. And then we ended up at this. Actually, it's on the other. I think, did we already talk about it?
The campground is after. We filmed after the campground at the Forest Preserve.
So then we went to a campground and we're just checking it out close to the city. And ended up at somebody's Easter party. I was like, I wonder if it's an Easter party. It's an Easter
we talked about.
It was an Easter celebration. I was like, that's awesome. We didn't crash it, but we were there. It was fun.
And the day before that, we did do some nice things. Hey, let's put it this way, as this will stay here. Okay. Here's the thing. We did do some other nice stuff. We did walk around an area that would usually be nice, but nobody was walking around. But before that, we were able to buy a lady who had no food, so that's always cool too. Even though, like I said, we didn't show it on camera because I always feel it's better that way. She feels just go with it. I understand what she means, but me, it's kind of like everybody on YouTube films something when they're doing nice, and it's kind of like feels contrived.
Well, here's the deal. If you're doing something good, share it, because then someone else is more likely to do something good.
No, I absolutely agree. I just feel...
Do not hide it.
True.
Don't hide your light under a bushel. Let it out to shine.
That is true. You're walking in the wrong direction. So I have to switch back over to for 0 people watching to my windblown hair. My really windblown hair. I look like David Tennant on a bender. Oh, it's not really as true. Look at that hair. I mean, that is really like, they call wind tester haircuts when they go by like this. This is a real wind tester haircut. You can see the change in direction of every wind, but I kind of like it in a weird way.
Okay, remember, you can't film me while I'm driving.
I know that.
Okay.
And it's very dark brown. Without the white, thank God, yet. It's coming soon. Oh, maybe that's why this camera. Definitely does camera quality make you refine how you look at your own face. That's true.
Hands down. Don't touch your face. There you go.
Yes, Mom. I'm gonna reverse this camera this way so when you don't have to see that face and you can see the outside world again. Like that, so I can put on a seatbelt so I don't die. If there is such a thing.
What did I do?
And then I think, by the way, I think I'm going to switch, not that this really matters that anybody hears this, but I think I'm going to switch that number today.
That is entirely up to you.
I know it is.
The phone.
I know it is, but...
Do it.
I know it is, but... There's so many even juice left in this stuff. No, not really, but charging.
It's dumb.
Thursday, we're here to let me know. Yes.
Is I make my non-alcoholic drink, mixed drink with apple juice, cranberry cocktail juice, ice, a little bit of smart water, which is like 9.5 pH, and
so all the downtown stuff, you want to try that? Does that work fine for the weekend then? Does that work?
A tiny
or no?
bit of orange juice, but not a lot.
Does that work for the weekend then? Because then I know I could probably just like, especially if I know you're leaving sooner, then I could get that free.
Stuff?
Yeah, and we could just.
Aren't they more expensive on the weekend? I figured I could go during the week.
Well, yeah, I guess, but then we have to plan it out a little bit. That's my problem. So, you know what I mean?
No, I don't. You just have Thursday that you have to deal with.
Oh yeah, because you got to get that guy too, right?
Thursday's the only day that I know that you have things that you have to do.
Right. Right, I got that. I gotta figure the rest of that out. Nobody's watching anyway. Come on, man.
If you have other days you have to do things, I don't know. But what I do know is that if you can go or not go with me, I'm still going.
But
It's a good thing for people to know. This is real life. It's not a fake.
all right. Oh, I'm trying not to film that guy in the truck so he doesn't think him. What I was saying to these people here earlier, with the people that were watching at the time anyway, that it was interesting to me, and I know you're going to say this is probably like normal or whatever, and I'm sure it is normal, but I think it's a nice thing to say in a video. It's funny because you came and you parked here, then the North guy came, he parked here, then this guy came with hazards on doing whatever he's doing, and then this lady came and parked here. And earlier when we were first parked in the other spot, a lady asked me for money, but I said I have nothing to give.
It's people will take their lunches, they're off early, or they're resting, they're in between things. This is what people do. I'm used to it more because I haven't had a full-on home for a while. And before I was used to it anyway because I'm a journeyer by nature. You know?
Right.
Not like I'm not looking for anything. I just like to be out with God and life. I don't like to be stuck in a hole.
Hello, new person. Christum says, wow, I wish you would expand upon that before he left, because I'm pretty sure he's not here anymore, but he said, wow. You know, it's like so ambiguous.
Right, what'd you say wow about?
Right, I mean, there are many things you could have said wow about. My hair, it was disheveled,
yeah,
right?
I was thinking it must be your hair.
But I think it was after that. Because I noticed
it was a shirt.
But, maybe, possibility, I guess.
Okay, I just need, address of where we're going next.
Where are we going next?
I don't know. You got your drink all situated, right?
The drinks, yeah, right.
Did it turn out okay?
Yeah, it was fine. It's mostly,
stuff in it?
it's mostly gone, but yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you want some of your oat milk?
No,
that I got you?
no.
Okay.
That's just gonna feel like straight milk because this thing's almost gone.
Okay.
I made myself my own hot dill chips with some of your tortilla chips in a plastic bag, and then ate them messily, and then drained that afterwards. Pretty much while I was waiting for you to have your appointment, because I explained to them you had a medical appointment by phone.
Yes, with my counselor.
Well, that's why I only said medical appointment, because I wasn't sure how far you wanted to do it.
I don't have any problem telling people I'm a counselor.
Well, yeah, you just said it, but I mean, that's what I told people anyway. I'm just letting you know I do think sometimes.
I don't have to have one. I chose to have one.
Yeah.
There's a difference. But if you choose to have one instead of having to have one, it's a much better option. I'm like, can a counselor possibly, especially a highly educated one, she is highly educated, can they expand my mind in order to allow me to be able to think more clearly? If the answer is yes, then I'm all for it. Just like going to school. Like, I could go sit in a classroom and learn, or I could go straight to the source. She's the source. I don't have to go sit in the classroom. I just go straight to her. And I've been to other counselors. She's a psychiatrist as well. So it's not like she doesn't have she has a very big education. She even went to legal school.
Right.
She's smart. This woman is smart. And she chose not to be a lawyer. She chose not to be, and then went back to school to become a psychologist and psychiatrist.
Right.
So, a nurse practitioner. She is smart.
Right.
And she doesn't let people tell her what she's going to do. She figures it out. She's loving and kind, and these are the kind of people I want to be able to have as mentors. And if my insurance company will pay for me and talk to her, then it's a good win for her and a win for me, because we like each other too. So there's that. We get along really well.
Can I ask you a question? Would it be considered vanity if I got laser surgery and then only wore glasses for effect? Like at certain times.
Why would you wear glasses for effect? Who wants to wear glasses for effect?
I don't know. It's just it was a joke partially, but it was kind of like I hate to lose the glasses sometimes, but the rest of the time would be
That
fine.
don't make any sense. I wouldn't. That is silliness. That's like saying I should get if there was something that would cure me, I'll just go ahead and get the cure, and then I'm gonna
Act like you did just for effect.
Act like I'm still sick, or no, wait, no, it would be use something. I don't even know. That is just beyond me because I would not.
I mean, I didn't say it was like a normal idea that people usually do. I didn't say that.
I work to heal myself every day. I have to heal myself every single day.
Right. Christ him, wow. God, I want to know what that guy meant by that. That'll bother me. I said, hey, what do you mean by wow?
So if I had a chance
Wow,
to not
what?
wear glasses, you know, in this whole situation you got going on, and I would say, get rid of glasses if I don't need them.
Right.
Hallelujah. Like
I don't know if they'll do that or not, but I can see.
I'm not telling you to throw away your glasses.
No, I'm saying like this.
If God heals you, great. But
no, what I'm saying is
you
have
get
to.
laser surgery.
No, not God. The laser surgery people.
Well,
if my
I think
insurance
God
would
can't
cover
heal
it.
you.
Well, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying that I'm talking about laser surgery, not a divine intervention.
I would like my left ear healed. Thank you, so I can hear properly.
I would love that too. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I was gonna do that while I was here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's no longer an option. All right. So where are we going? Because I don't have a location mapped out here.
That's a good
Oh,
question.
I gotta take you to take a shower. It's not quite time for me to be able to take a shower at Pilot. They're really busy. I can maybe do it later tonight.
Why don't we just do it at the same time? Because I don't want to go back there yet.
No, I'd be doing it later tonight, like 9 o'clock or something. Before I go to.
She walked out and she just said, "Where's that lady going? Where'd that lady go?" Oh no! First she yelled, "Bull!" across the fucking. You could hear it echoing through the hallway. I'm like, "What the hell happened?" And I see her come out. She's like, "Where'd that lady go?" And I'm like, "Oh, I kind of think that's you."
I was like hobbling.
And
all
I kind of, well, that's the
slowly.
thing. She kind of like, and I didn't know she knew at that point what car you're in. I thought she maybe missed it. But then I started talking like, "How's your day going, hon? How long you been doing this, all this stuff, you know, da 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 da." And then eventually we talked about everything else. And then she said, "Oh yeah," she told the other lady, that lady in the little white car, she's making the bathroom dirty on purpose. And I'm thinking, oh, it wasn't on purpose. And then, like, you know, I talked to her some more and everything else, and her boss came and kind of bossed her around. She was a bit cold, I guess you could say, for the best word to use at the moment. But then she kind of bossed her around, and I left. And then I came back, and I talked to you because I didn't want to say anything without you knowing. And I said, "Oh, no, that's my friend, and she's just, you know, she's really sick, and, you know, she didn't mean to. And, you know, and I even told her, I don't know if I can't go in there. I know she can. If you want me to go in there and do it, I'll do it myself. You know, I'm not trying to be rude. I know it's like we clean here for 8 hours a day, and I have, like, OCD cleaning things. Like, I can understand that, you know, and I don't, you know."
No, she
I try
keeps
to-
it really clean. That's why I'm like, So
Well, that's
I
the
was
thing.
trying to like clean
Well,
underneath the seat, right?
That's what I mean. When they were charging that battery, she must have mopped the floor like 4 times. I'm like, wow, you guys keep it. It's like we were here for 8 hours a day
No,
doing
it was
this.
one of the cleanest ones I've been to.
Which is, just in case anybody does
which
watch
is
this in the
really,
future,
really, really good
is
because-
Prairie View nice one.
Yeah,
I'll let
because
you figure out the rest just because, if you're that bored. But Prairie View in Illinois.
what? No, I don't know what you're talking about. What I know is that she does a really good job. You can report it on her thing to say that she does a great job. She keeps it really clean, which is good for me because I'm susceptible to getting germs from other people like attacking my body will fight it, but that's the problem. It fights it, and then I get really sick. And my body was fighting I don't know what yesterday. It was not happy. It was kicking everything out of it. It was like, no, sorry, get the heck out of her body. I was like, okay.
But anyway.
So but she did a good job, and I felt bad because then she thought I did it on purpose, and I'm like, look, I didn't. I know that would make it worse. If you're mad at somebody like that, it can make it worse.
Right. Well, I thought they did a great job, and then the guy at night, I talked to him basically about living in different neighborhoods. Like I grew up at 6th in Rockville. We talked about that. How we just went through Markham. Like what's that? Markham's not a great. We talked about that, and then we actually started talking about God. Actually, there's something that's on point, and nobody's here it, but at the moment, but like that's something that's on point and on topic. As we started talking about God and faith, and how his father was a preacher, and he was drinking and doing drugs and all this stuff. And then one day, he didn't know why he said it, but his dad said, "You want to go to church?"
You're so far away from the mic. Are you sure that's coming through?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But I would take it so. I mean, it's worked all the other times. Even on the older phone, this phone's like better than that one.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
But the thing is that, so he said, that his dad was a preacher, like I said, and his dad asked him one weekend to go to church, and he was already drinking and doing drugs. He was forced into joining a gang. And, then he got scared of all that life, and his dad was involved with the church and asked him to go one night. He said he didn't know why he went, but he went. And that's the day that changed his life. Ironically, I pick up a book at the same time that's exactly all these stories like that, in a book that usually costs about $12, but all for people that are kind of working on the road and like their same kind of stories. I was in prison, I was on drugs, I was ruining my marriage, just every variation you could think.
Jeez Louise, that's enough of that. Just say they had a hard life. Move forward.
I'm just giving some color.
Move forward. What's the next part of it?
Well, the next part is I was reading a book that had very similar stories to it. So it was like hearing one of those stories out loud and then finding a book in the same moment when I was talking to that guy that was the same thing that was kind of left there, and it was the only copy left there. It was just left there in the front of that thing. So somebody left it there, which I take it isn't unusual in a rest stop.
Anyway.
But, yeah, anyway, so I was talking to that guy, and that guy said, everything was fine. Actually, like I said, that guy said, fine, everything's fine. Told him the same thing, that you weren't feeling well, you were sick. You were from Oregon, I was from here, obviously, because we talked about that. I'm like, I felt bad for the lady earlier because she was just really sick and, just had a hard time yesterday. And he's like, he understands that, and he was a family man and everything. And then the other thing from yesterday that I could really want to put on record on video is how doing this for a couple of days, even a short time I've done it, and even hopefully do it for a couple more nights or night or so, like it's really opened my eyes to a lot of things. I could go into political views about it, but that's not what this is about. I'm saying that, I'd rather talk about the heaviness of it as far as and the love part of it, and how much communities of people still stay together regardless of whether or not you have something or nothing. And that's what I meant about the people kind of gathering around one car in one spot. It's almost like it's intrinsic, or it's instinctual. And not only is it instinctual, but it's also led and driven by an outer force, and there's kindness there and there's love there. Regardless of where I go my journey, that's one thing I have a lot of faith and heart in, is love and kindness and giving. And so you can see all those things kind of manifesting there. Not that there's not other sides of it, but there definitely is a lot of that. And last night, seeing a whole family that pulled up next to us, with their baby and the thing, and they cooked on a microwave, the same charger I was using to charge a battery we have, they were using to cook food in a microwave. They carried around with them because that's how it is at the moment for a lot of people. But seeing some of the better side of that was that kinship and that harmony of everybody being in that same situation, and that love, that connection that happens because they can all feel that same situation, and the strength you can feel between person to person. And of course, like anything else, there's things that disrupt that strength and disrupt that bond, but you feel it more than you don't feel it. At least that's the thing I've gotten over the last 2 or 3 days.
Van life, right? I mean, honestly, that's definitely hashtag travelers, hashtag, seriously.
Well, I understand that.
It definitely has all that's been going on for a while, and it doesn't really affect you or hit you fully until you do it yourself. You think it's just something on the internet, something that is on YouTube that people are just doing for the fun of it or something. Sometimes people don't realize the reason people went and did that was because they felt more love and more neighborly connection from people not their neighbors. Because
Yeah.
so many people in this world forget that the person over the fence or
Right.
on the door next to them in an apartment building
Right.
is their neighbor, is
Right,
someone
right.
that they can talk to, someone that they should talk to, someone
Right.
that they should love.
Right.
Love thy neighbor is a real thing, and when we have that, then we don't need to drive off into the sunset unless there's a real need for us to drive off into the sunset. Like for me, like health wise, there's certain places I just can't be. I get really sick. I'd be dead already if I would have stayed there. But it doesn't mean that I didn't love the neighbors that were there and that I can't go back, because I can go back to those places, just that those places are not healthy physically, unfortunately. But I know that if we have this like whole traveler mentality and we're good with each other, you know, like I really do feel like everyone should do it at least one point in their life. And you know, most of the time they say people do it, you know, other cultures, they go off and they get shipped off to join their military for a year or two, you know, conscripted into the military. You know, if you're in Israel, that's what's gonna happen, and what, UK, like all these different places that you have to have some sort of service. What is it in the UK now? Is it the same way?
that I'm not that issue. I'm not too
service?
sure. And I mean, I know certain places have, obviously, you call
I
it
don't know.
civil service.
I don't know what the civil service
But
is.
I'm not sure
requirements. I
where-
don't know if there was any or not.
I know some places here, even the states, do require civil service a little bit.
Where?
I'm pretty sure that there's some civil service stuff.
That
like,
would be against the Constitution.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, maybe not.
I'm like, I haven't heard that. If you've heard of that, if you find that online somewhere, please tell me, because I mean, if it's true,
Right.
I haven't heard that before. It doesn't make sense to me. But there's lots of other places that have civil service, and that's one way to get away. But it's not really, because you're going away with another group. It kind of gets you away from your current family, but you're just put into another one. It's not so much you're journeying and you're figuring things out for yourself. So I really do think everyone should go do a year or something, maybe
Right.
3 months at a time. It doesn't have to be a year. You know what? It could be 2 weeks, honestly, if it's the right situation, to open your eyes up to the world, and that people are
Right.
actually good, and that when you are genuinely walk around with like a smile on your face, people are going to treat you better. I'm not saying to fake it. I'm just saying be kind to others with your attitudes, with the looks on your faces. Be kind to others. Know that they might have just walked away from a really bad situation. Maybe they just got out of a fight and they walked down the street and they need a break, or maybe they went to the store because they need a break, or whatever. And know that your smile could be like one thing that turns their brain around that day, and it really does work that way. Or your anger on your face could literally make them go, you know what, forget this, forget it. So I'm aware, and the more you're around people traveling, the more you get a sense that those that do it know to be kind to each other, and they just are. They had a bad day, so what? Doesn't matter. How is being mean to each other even gonna help?
And there on cue comes another person.
I think they're meeting with them. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
I don't need to.
Are you in the middle of anything?
No, I don't. See, that is assumptive of something negative. No, what I was gonna say is I don't need to encroach upon their privacy.
We can go down and have lunch with my friend Jeff.
What? Is there food somewhere? I need food.
I mean, like, well, he lives in the city.
Okay. I just need to put my jeans on.
All right. Well, I gotta call him and see if he even knew that he's where he can't do that with that thing. Let's see there for a second.
I just need an address to go to right now. Or head toward.
Let's see. That is the one good thing about that. Until I switch it, at least I can do this.
Well, I mean, I got my phone right here. I just need an address to put into it.
No, I know. I'm talking about calling Jeff while I'm still doing this. real quick and see.
Which way do you want me to drive?
Just drive as if we were going back to Mary and Joe's house, because either way, that's still going towards where we need to go towards. At least on 57 and stuff.
Head southwest toward
It's
Corporate
funny.
Lakes
Hey,
Drive,
what's going
Madison
on?
Avenue, then turn left onto Corporate Lakes Drive.
Huh? Oh, here, hold on. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Is that okay? Because my friend's here. Oh, hold on. I'm going to put you on speakerphone, though, okay?
Turn left onto Corporate Lakes Drive, Madison Avenue,
Okay.
then turn right to stay on Corporate Lakes Drive.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Also, YouTube can hear you. Not that there's anybody's watching at the moment, just so you're aware, because I know how that is
Yeah,
with
but
you.
they might watch it later.
But they might watch it later. Ooh. My
Okay.
thing is...
Look good when you watch it.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to say, my friend Stephanie, she probably won't be here for too much longer now, but the thing is like, would you like to have lunch with us today?
You mean dinner?
Or dinner?
Well, I'm at 95th. I mean, my area. I'm at the Arch area.
Okay, 95th and what?
No, I'm at Archer.
95th and Archer, okay.
No, not 95th. I used to be at 95th.
Okay.
I'm at, I don't know where I'm at. Archer and Pulaski.
Well, that would be a prerequisite in coming and finding you, unfortunately, sir.
Archer and Pulaski.
Right. That's fine. I mean, it's what do you want? When do you want to do this now? Right? Or soon?
Cherry High School.
When? Oh, put it this way, Jeff. When can you do it today? Because we'd like to have a meal with you.
Well, I'll sit down. I did eat. I'll have a diet.
You'll sit down with me and have a Diet Coke. Is that what you said? What we eat?
Yeah. I'll have a diet with you guys. That'll be fine with me because I ate already. I gotta watch out when I eat. So anytime.
Okay. Well, okay. That's fine. Is there places like a regular? What's around you to eat where you're going? Because she's like, what area will we be meeting it up in?
In particular, I just
Okay.
have dietary restrictions.
Right. She has dietary needs. So what's around you?
You got Mr. Sub,
Okay.
and he makes good stuff. He changed the menu. He uses fresh hamburgers.
All right. That sounds good.
It is a chain of sub places in this area, but
Fresh
local.
hamburgers, fresh fish.
Whatever he says, I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Subway.
Stuff where he said makes good stuff.
Yeah, well, that's Mr. Submarine. It's another submarine chain.
Right, but they got more vegetable choices and all that.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
And choices of bread. You
Right.
got China Ho.
That doesn't sound too great, actually.
Basically, I need lots of meat. I mean, because I'm anemic, and I can't have like a lot of like peppers and like.
I don't care about your religion. That's okay.
Right, exactly.
Well, I guess the safest in general would be Mr. Sub. I mean, Subway. But Mr. Sub, you get more meat. You really fill up on his steak stump and his ghee rolls and his hamburgers, hot dogs.
All right.
All right, so where's that Mr. Sub located? I can put it into the maps and we can meet you there as soon as we get down there. Probably take like 20 minutes or so.
Right across Mary Carey High School. So put Mary Carey High School.
Okay, I got you.
That's a good center point to go with. And on the map, you see Mr. Sub right across the street.
All right. Hold on, I'm doing that now.
Archer and Pulaski, basically, right at the center of Archer and Pulaski.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the area. I mean, within these stores, because I'm going for my daily walk.
Okay, you said, I wonder if that's it. Let's see, that's right across the street. I'm trying to see if this is it right across from...
Just put Archer Pulaski.
Oh no, that's the wrong one.
We'll get it.
And Archer Pulaski, and you should get all the little things around there.
You literally
like
just put that in there.
red dot that you
What?
open it up
Archer
and then you
and
see all the little
Pulaski,
stores in
like
there
you
and
just
all
said.
that.
Okay, all right. I know what you're talking about anyway. You're talking about right over that train track, right?
Well, not on the train track, but near it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But and there's
Yeah, I got
Domino's
you.
Pizza too, right
That's
next to
Curie.
it. So the main landmarks, Mary Curie, Domino's, and Mr. Sub.
Right. Why isn't it listing businesses on your map? It shows a number.
Well, I'll be around there, so
All
text me.
right, we'll get
Okay.
it.
All right. All right.
And there's traffic, so I'll give me time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Anyway, you literally just put Archer and the and sign, Pulaski.
I did,
Okay.
but I
And then
found
you
that.
just hit enter directions or whatever. And then we go to it.
Right. I know that. What I'm trying to figure out is why.
I guess you're just gonna have to deal with look that way or something.
Yeah.
All this.
What?
Nothing I can say. I just said fuck all this. That's what I said.
I don't think you said my name. Like,
No. Unless your name is all this.
no, I don't think so.
Alright, where's this tissue? Is it right here? Oh, right here. Ah!
Here, hold on. You got it? I didn't do anything. Please don't use my last name. That makes me think of my mother.
Well, that's not what I right now.
You really make me think of you throw the William in the middle of that.
Thomas Williams, my God.
They were right here.
Right?
Where the hell did they go?
I don't know. This stays all together. You don't move it just because you want it.
Here, give me that green thing. What?
That's not okay.
Where did they go? I'm not even kidding you when I say I really did not mess with them. I didn't touch. I seen them right where you did. So wild.
I don't know. I think I can use this, maybe. Yeah, the inside of this is clean. And then there's some water in that bucket. Can you hand it to me? I need to get this stuff off of me so I don't get infected. It's just a water bottle. You need to trash it. Straight up and down. Don't be moving stuff around.
Trying to find the one with water.
There's only one water bottle in that whole bucket. It's straight up and down, so you don't need to move
Not
things
no
around.
water bottle in the bucket. Oh, wait.
This is.
Here.
I have everything organized in there, so it's all up and down, so you can get to it and get squished.
I got it.
Keep the top closed.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna steal one, but yes.
And then come over here and close your door because I have no pants on and you left your door open. I mean, I do have at least some dignity. At least I hoped I had some. I'm not sure if I have any left. Because if you ask Danielle, you will know I do not like being naked in public. I do not like going to the bathroom in public. I am very shy about these things. Definitely don't like washing my fucking hoo-ha in public. But I would rather be healthy than sick.
I can understand you on both counts of that.
Basically, I'm saying, please don't leave the door open when I'm half naked, or mostly naked, or whatever.
Understandable.
No, I didn't know we were wanting to go have dinner with Jeff.
I mean, you don't have
quickly.
to. I could always. I didn't.
No,
Like,
it was a little fast there. You didn't even ask me. Again. go and hang out from
This
listening to
is,
music.
if you want to talk about downtown, this is what I'm telling you. There's the beach, right? And then after that, everything that's here was built for the great exhibition of whatever the hell it was, like the World's Fair in the 1800s. So that's what all these museum buildings are. The planetarium, the, what do you call it? The Larry Crown's been there afterwards. Soldier Field, the Field Museum, the Shed Aquarium, all those, and some of this park area.
So we'll go meet him, and then I guess we'll go there.
And then Millennium Park.
We won't get to go to any of the other things today. We'll have to do that tomorrow.
What do you mean? What other things?
The galleries and stuff, they'll be closed.
Right, they'll all be closed, but Millennium
But
Park.
I'm still going there.
But Millennium Park is open. You could go walk around Millennium Park. That's where that bean thing is and all
So
that.
we can go there once. I'll figure out where we park, and then I can go there another day.
And they say these are all free parking. Now, how true that is, I got to look up before you go. So you want to be as close to Millennium Park as we go, right? Which would be there, or Grant Park, because there are two parks right there.
So then let's go. Where'd my phone go?
It's right in my hand. That's what I'm using it.
But I thought we had the Archer thing on here. What happened to it?
I got rid of it because we're going to call him and tell him another day.
No, we're meeting him right now. He's expecting us to come.
Okay, I got you.
Can you please put that back in?
Yeah.
You already told him it's too late to cancel.
Okay.
Common decency. You're gonna break this thing. I just have this vision of me freaking breaking it.
Wait a minute. Whoa. You want to cancel it out? Cancel it out.
Cancel what out?
It's taking you to Rolling Meadows It's taking you to the DHS office you were at.
Corporate. Pass my Family Dollar. Go to Pulaski.
Oh, well, maybe
Submarine.
not. Why did it say that for a second?
It says it's going to take us 52 minutes to get there. Oh, now we're going to Mr. Submarine, apparently.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well, then what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but before it said the DHS place, which you're supposed to do now, and it was less time.
It would be a really good thing for me to get that done because then I'd be getting cash assistance. And I really need it.
Right.
Right.
Well.
I mean, we are going downtown. I thought they had that thing downtown.
Oh, that walk-in place? It is kind of close to there. It's on Clark Street, so it's nearer to there than it is anywhere else.
Of course it is. And I want to go downtown more than once. Because it's not going to be early enough. Today we can basically just go down and check it out. See if there's any parking spots and plan it to go back tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to mute. Well, that's what's left in there. You might as well just wait until I get the other money, but I need to save $5 of it so I can pay for the delivery of that medicine. Besides that.
Notice how you have money in your inhaler?
I haven't used it as much, but
Right, exactly. You know, at that house where you can't put three. Horrible ass air in there, man. When you're distracted, so you're not doing it out of some sort of habit.
one person watching for a while, I guess. One person watching. It might be Mark for all I know. He said he found the stream yesterday when I called him. This Mark, he said he wanted to know where we were going. He was on a highway and stuff.
Oh. Right on. Well, he's there selling hello.
Yeah, Mark, if you're there, hi, Mark. Everything is okay. This way. Side view out the window. Finally got the phone case.
Going to see a friend.
We're going to see my friend Jeff and Archer and Pulaski, and then
Walk around, or at least drive to downtown.
Drive to the downtown area. And
what area is that?
like, well, by Grant Park, Millennium Park, that area. down. We have to go down Lakeshore Drive and get off of that. That's an interesting drive in itself. There's one. You're a good driver. I know that. You're very cautious. So there is one turn in there where you're like, oh my God, you're gonna hit this wall. I hate that turn on Lakeshore Drive. The way it curves. You think no?
Oh my goodness, we're not going to hit the wall.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Thankfully.
There's another forest preserve for you.
Wow, I'm so glad that we're in a vehicle that can handle this. And at least Stephanie is mostly competent.
Mostly competent?
Okay, I'm competent. Just sick a little bit sometimes.
Right. How are you feeling at the moment though, alright or no?
I am a little worn out already. I gotta be honest.
I got you.
I already was worn out, but I'm still worn out. Let's put it that way. I need rest. I need more rest. I need more sleep. I need more rest. I need more food.
Right.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm holding. I'm holding on about what's that door.
See,
yes.
Chicago sign.
Yep.
Chicago. Here we come. You know how many people were like, Oregon? How do you say it? Oregon? I'm like, no, Oregon. They're like, Oregon?
Yeah, I know.
No,
I heard
Oregon.
all that. I don't know. That's
Oregon. Just almost like a body organ, a body part.
Because you got to realize, you're like, how many miles? How many miles was it? Like 15,000? No, how much?
15,000. Wow. It'd be a, no.
How many miles was it?
2,200.
20. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. 2,200. So.
And that was because I went to the hot spring on the way over, which I'm glad I did because I got a shower and I got to relax and in water that was like, because it was that commercial hot spring where the water's it's clean and mineral water.
Right.
Except for the bugs. There's a bunch of flying, you know. But that's fine. I wash my hair after.
Oh, wow.
I would like to camp there. I want to camp there. That would be a good place to camp.
Yeah.
And it's not that far. It's not that far outside of Boise, really.
I gotcha. We only have one thing in chat. Anybody want to say hi? Because only this guy, Priced has been on for a long time ago, and whenever he said wow to.
Police ahead, it says. Police nearby. Where are they at? Are they still there? It asked me.
I don't see anything so far. No.
Shows them as right there. So not there is the answer. That means they moved somewhere on the lane. And they went about their business. Either way, it's kind of fun. I work with police quite a bit, so I think it's a good thing they have that on maps, the police thing, because the police don't have to work as hard. For one thing, they don't have to pull as many people over. They just put up that they're up there, they can just sit there, and everyone slows down.
Right.
In areas where it's like dangerous. So if people are going all fast and everything, they can just focus on the ones really causing problems.
Right.
Right, and leave all the rest of the people alone. They want to go 5 miles an hour over if it's safe, fine. Cops really don't care.
Right.
In fact, they'd rather stay out of your business. That's true. I'm sure there's a few that like to get involved, but for the most part, they just want to stay out of it. It's hilarious. They just want to get the really bad guys, right? Sometimes it's hard to differentiate. So, we put that on maps. Everyone knows there's a cop there ready for us to catch speeders or really people causing major problems. And for the most part, people slow down. And then when some people slow down, everybody else slows down. Good to go.
Right.
Right. I'm telling you, traveling across the country, it is a good thing having them slow people down in dangerous areas, because I've almost been wrecked because of other people going way too fast in dangerous situations.
Right.
presence, not police brutality. Police presence, period. That's it.
Right.
Right.
I'm just curious because this is 57, which... Oh, the 94. That makes sense then.
So like this guy over here, watch him weave. Is he gonna weave? We'll see if he weaves. People get frustrated, they start weaving. Not a good look on the freeway.
No, so far he hasn't moved over.
No, oh yeah. He's doing good.
No, but it would take us about 30 minutes or so, which...
It said 52.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to text him?
Yeah, I will.
Tell him what our time, when it says on the thing, it says 43.
Yeah, Oh, it still says 40. Oh, it's 22 miles.
Traffic. That's what Buddy always throws me off. 9 minutes to Dan Ryan. Not the Dan Ryan, not Dan Ryan Expressway, not this is just Dan Ryan.
Or maybe Dan's a nice guy and everybody goes and sees him.
Apparently.
My hands are cramping today. Right now, just the road ahead of us. I'm also texting my friend Katie at the same time. What did you say?
I'm sorry, but
What?
I figure out how to not use this.
Don't use it.
So it doesn't, the middle, so it doesn't bother your
Oh.
arm every time I get in and out of it.
No, you're fine. Let's see how much. Oh yeah. What's that? You know what? I ask myself the same thing
because I
sometimes.
understand crash investigation teams. I work with them.
I think what it means, this is what I came up before when I asked that same question. I think it means they take the vehicles to those sites and they investigate, the points of impact and all that shit. Right, so instead of having them jam up traffic because there's so much of it, they pull them off and then do part of the investigation. They just take whatever data they need forensically from the road and then bring them over there.
Sense. They don't have those in Oregon that I've seen.
They don't probably have as much of
Idaho
a bottleneck of people going to and fro from different areas all the time.
They do have that in Portland.
Well, near Portland, but you're pretty far.
But I haven't seen any sites like that. I haven't seen any use of that. Doesn't mean they can't. They might have them. I can see like near Seattle. Because Seattle's mostly management and transportation, everything. They do things more probably for the bigger masses. But Portland's been push back against that, even though they have big masses. Portland's just like crash investigation site, but yeah, it's the middle of the road until it needs to not be. Someone's little bicycle. There's a little, did you see a little bicycle got left?
Yeah.
You see things like that and little kids' shoes, because they'll check the shoes out the window. One time my son threw like one of his favorite things out the window while we were driving down the freeway. I don't remember if it was to Boise or from Boise, but we were driving down the freeway. He throws like some sort of favorite toy out the window and then starts crying about it. I only had the window down like a teeny tiny bit so you could feel the fresh air on his face. He got that thing out the window. I was like, oh no. Well, we turned around and went back, and guess what? We found it. Actually, it was pretty easy to find it, surprisingly. But it's because I noticed right away. Like, I was like, what was that that you put out the window? He didn't throw it out the window after that. No.
Yeah, it is a Dan Ryan Expressway.
Right.
But a lot of the signs just say Dan Ryan. Yeah, that one says West Ryan Expressway. Matter of fact, it doesn't say Dan Ryan Expressway. That one just says Ryan Expressway.
Right, but still it makes sense. It's an expressway. We're not going to Dan Ryan. We're going to the expressway.
Yeah. Right.
That's why I'm like, just take it easy, let them move all around the fucking.
I don't know if you can see it all the way up there, but there's downtown Chicago right there. After you get it past this bridge, to the left you can see the skyscrapers, so to speak. Including that big one, which was...
I'm going to need to go to the right. Okay.
Well...
Right, am I supposed to stay in this lane or in one of these three lanes? So then, does that mean I can get the right lane for after
Wait a
that?
minute. Next exit, Pershing Line Express, no trucks. Local right 2 lanes. So the right 2 lanes, that one and that one are for that. Yes, these two.
These two right here. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
I don't know if I need to get over or not.
I think it's these two that are that. That's what it said. Oh yeah. Next exit. But also... Right, that is kind of crazy.
No. Yeah, okay.
But it does say go right, so it'd be better off to be over here than it is over there. 0.3 miles. There's a ramp at 30 miles an hour. 94 west. Right, that's what I'm saying, yeah, so it's going to split off.
That's what's been going on the whole time. Like,
Yeah, I know. No, I know, but it said right. I said I know the right 2 lanes. That's how it just works around here. I'm sure it works that way elsewhere too, around big areas, but what's up?
No, not so much.
Oh, really?
Chicago's got it. Chicago and their signs have got it. They're a little bit more confusing, and I know they're confusing the maps. That's pretty obvious. It's how they're set up, so it's probably have like a bunch of things are built, and then they build new things, and they build byway, like go around this way or go around that way. Oh, you can take 94 this way or that way, or you can take it. So then Maps is like, well, which way do I send them? Well, they're both 94. Well, wait, but no, one of them splits off. It's just, anyway, that's basically how it's complicated.
said exit 57.
Yeah, I gotta get off that exit. Let me in.
Yeah, that's the thing about these people. I told you.
Yeah, I got in.
I mean, that's not trying to say I know that about this place. I know how people are.
I can get in.
No, I know, but I'm just saying they don't like, you know. Don't
They don't like big rigs.
few people will leave you. No, a few people just leave you hanging. Is the point? My point.
Most people here have actually let me in. So I don't know why you keep saying that. It's not true. Out of 10 people, 8 have let me in. That's good numbers. I'm in places where that's just not true. So Chicago, not as bad as you would think, or as you have thought.
Wait a minute.
Sometimes you go to these nice little communities where like everybody's nice around you.
Yeah.
Then you get in your car and you go drive down the road. They easily could let you go by and still make it. It's not even going to change when they're going to be somewhere.
Right.
And yet they'll cut you off.
Right.
And like a lot of them will. And you're going, wait, there's like nothing to rush around here for.
Right.
And doing that did not get you there faster. And so it doesn't make sense. And yet they did it. It's like, what? Okay, do I need to be, which lane do I need
You're
to
going
be?
to go right. You're going to go to Western. Right or Western.
A truck and I just like blocked the road when we turned. I blocked it for him, he blocked it for me. It was good. So you can turn, you know.
Yeah.
Cars getting in the way. I'm used to driving around truckers a lot.
Whatever happened to? I don't know what happened to the chat box. Even that thing's even gone.
Although this
Oh,
whole
maybe it's
lane
because
situation is kind of, I don't know which lane is what. At every intersection, the lanes move
might be it's
over.
because of how the
Not marked very well. And that lane's just non-existent. He can't even be in the whole thing.
right.
With a small car. Now, I'm assuming you know where we're supposed to park down here.
Well, I mean, you're going to park in the Mr. Submarine lot. There's, I believe that one has a lot of its own.
Okay.
And sometimes there are those kind of parking situations around here, but that one should have a...
Oh, you should show that art.
I did.
No, I mean, roll your window down and show the art. Show the architecture.
I am showing the art.
Roll your window down, Zoe. Nobody's gonna jump us here, we're fine.
I'm not worried about people. I just know more about this than you do. I know it's not the best area, I'll give you that, but I know where the hell we're at.
Just don't get the people.
Oh, yeah.
Cars is fine, because if they're on the road, they're already public property.
Alright. I gotcha.
We might be here for a minute. Traffic. There are some
Yeah.
really interesting buildings over here, though.
Oh, yeah, these are all like at least like I'd say 20s or 30s. Because you got to remember, the ones are all boarded
That
up
looks
and
like
stuff.
an old firehouse right there.
No, those are just
There's a
tenant.
church. What is that?
Those are just tenant buildings for the most part. These are all just were once probably storefronts plus places to live. But they're all built in the 20s or 30s, I would think, by the architecture. And I mean, you got to remember, you had the Great Chicago Fire right before that exhibition.
Where was that at?
More downtown. I mean, like the Water Tower Place, or the Water Tower, not Water Tower Place, survived, and not many things survived in that area.
I know the history of it. I've never seen the area.
But I mean, the area is pretty much not what it was, except for like certain things like Water Tower, probably a few other, maybe small buildings, but probably less so than ever now, unless
This is Stephanie's first experience to sort of downtown Chicago.
Well, this is like a Chicago. This is definitely Chicago proper. That's what this is.
We are in Chicago.
Oh yeah. That's for damn sure. This is also like a neighborhood, man. We're in Chicago.
Huh?
Yep.
It's not a horrible place.
I'm not saying it is, but it's not Disneyland. That's all I'm saying. I mean, things happen around everywhere.
Well, if you want Chicago to be better, you're gonna have to.
Well, yeah, I know, but if you look around, you can see all the boarded up apartments, all the people. I mean, that's
right. Like you have to see the beauty in it in order to.
I mean, it's not the worst of the worst.
In order to make it something better, at least better, you have to find the beauty in it.
Right.
And I'm not saying that the bad stuff that people are doing to each other doesn't exist, but if we can't see the beauty, then how are we supposed to get anybody else to see it so that they're kinder to each other?
Right. No, I know what you mean.
So it's not a damn place. It's historical. We see the history.
Oh, that is. I mean,
time
that's a really beautiful building. I mean,
and everything.
Don't get me wrong. That last building we just passed, that's like a really beautiful building. I wouldn't mind having a place look like that.
Halstead.
Yeah.
It's on that list of places.
Mm-hmm. But also, there's a very long street. Idea of the Halstead and what? I know, but a list of what? What list were you looking at?
It's for your real ID. So
oh yeah, I'm sure there's probably one somewhere along there.
No, there is. Remember I said Halstead?
Yeah. Oh man.
Somehow in 1.9 miles I have to get over to the right, but I don't know what that looks like yet. For all I know, that third lane ends up not being here, so I'm just gonna wait it out over here for a few minutes. On the left while everybody's moving around on the right. Since there's nothing really on the left except for a little patch of green. Yeah, which is meant to keep at least some green in the area.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually, like, I like that. I always like that in this area, too, the way the streets are in the middle, the park in the middle.
See, if it was me, if I lived across the street, I'd be coming over here, like, cleaning up little patchways of green and making it bigger and bigger so that they were nicer.
Now, they're probably up there with the cross, obviously, where my finger's pointing in the video anyway. It probably was a church or a church building if it isn't still. Which it looks like it might be still a school or something. I'm not sure what that is. Honestly, it looks like a school. It's probably a Catholic school or something. With a church next to it, most likely.
Maybe it's a school. So.
Yeah, it says, well...
Look, it's a Catholic school!
Well, there you go, right. As I said, a Catholic school, and probably a church next to it. Yeah, right, probably a church next to it. I'm not saying it was like the hardest question on Jeopardy or anything. I'm just saying if you're looking for a thing...
I was teasing you because you said school so many times.
Oh, sure.
Faith in every student visitation. It's called Visitation Catholic School.
Wow, this thing like goes out like a power.
I don't know that I'd want a name like that, but okay.
I know there's not much left in that battery, so I don't want to use it, but it's weird the way this phone goes out of power. It like starts blackening the screen like you're losing vision.
Is this a Catholic school where they live here?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's faith in every student, and then
Welcome to Visitation Catholic School. Well,
faith, family, tradition, excellence.
right, but I don't think
those
they
are
live
good
on the.
things. These are good things.
But they don't live on the campus. I don't think it's just a big school with a church right connected to it. It's hard to see what's going on now because.
I can't tell with the name like visitation. It makes it seem
Right, I
like
know what you mean
people are
exactly.
coming-
Wow,
family
that's
comes
just
to
freaky.
visit.
This thing is just going down to like darkness. It's not even like. It's just gonna blink out slowly and let me still do what I'm doing until it has this
What?
last bit of the phone. You know what
Why?
I mean?
You
It's
only
it's
have a
only
little
on
power.
yeah. It's only a little bit of power left.
Well, why aren't you putting it on the? Why would you leave it like that? You're live streaming. What's wrong with you?
Well, I didn't think about the car one. I don't know why. Yeah. Well, it'll probably take it a few minutes then to get brighter again, because right now it looks like I'm filming through a black hole sun, so to speak. Not to drop a name to a song, but that's what it looks like. Looks like I'm filming through smog at the moment, so I can see what I'm kind of pointing at, but not really. Not anymore.
We went 0.2 miles.
But eventually it'll brighten again. Now I see it looks like something out of a Silent Hill game or a
It
Nightmare.
reminds me of the
Which, if we
French
went to Inglewood, would be
Quarter,
apt.
only different. Like
Yeah.
the way the layout is, and also there's an area in Boise, like they call that's all hot springs down the water.
Yeah.
Down the sidewalk. Actually, they use the hot springs to keep the sidewalks stay warm in the winter, and there's no snow that builds up on them.
Right, yeah.
And it looks a lot like this. And the French Quarter. They have the same
Right.
layout with the big houses on the side and the big older houses on the side with the green patchway in the middle.
Now that's a really old Chicago Public Library over there. See, you made a fieldstone and all that.
That looks like a crazy place. That is save aside what's going on over there. That's a public library? No wonder
It
you
was.
guys are all nuts.
It was a public library. I think
You
it
go to
might
the
still
library
be.
to get educated and you come out with like angry.
It's the Sherman P. something branch. Sherman
Blood
Park
poisoning
branch.
and all
But I mean,
sorts
there's
of
that's
things.
still. I guess it's the other side of the park. So at one time, when it was
Right,
new,
in Chicago.
but at one point when it was new and didn't look, ridiculous or kind of old, like you say, it looks like a asylum or something. And there's a there's a pond or whatever it is. What the hell is that? I don't know.
Well, that's nice.
Oh yeah, it is. This, like I said, these parks used to be beautiful. A lot of the parks around here are beautiful. They have a lot of water on them and everything else. They're in crap areas. They still look beautiful. I don't know if I go walking around them at certain times of night, but they're beautiful parks.
You go skipping and galloping around them. People leave you alone because they think you're a little nuts.
What is this, Garfield and Loomis? I mean, put our bike trails and everything through them. Obviously, the bike signs. So. I wonder, who was the one person, I can't even see chat anymore, so it doesn't matter till I have more power, but who was the one person who's been here forever? You just like fall asleep with your phone on? That's what I think. I think somebody's just like falling asleep and this is in the background as they take a nap.
I could go to sleep with me on.
Doll baby learning.
I mean, if it's comforting and it soothes them.
Either it's somebody we know from before, or it's Mark watching what the hell we're doing, or it's just like one random person who fell asleep.
Show these buildings. These are good buildings.
Oh, there's tons of videos of that
Well,
stuff.
I'll see them later.
Okay, I got you. As much as I can point in that direction, because like.
And then we're gonna come down there. Which I think there's like one on every other street.
Oh yeah, there is. I mean.
I came from a place where they shut down all the Dunkin' Donuts to place.
Oh no, you're to find.
Not only
They're all over the place.
they rioted. They would have rioted against Dunkin' Donuts and they just shut them down. Like seriously, city council, they shut down. They kicked Dunkin' Donuts out of the city.
It is charging, but the way I'm gonna let this thing go and see how to start. It's just weird. I guess it's not weird. It's kind of what do you call it? Like, no, I look at it's got all the gargoyles. See all those gargoyles.
Did they do that in Chicago? Did they ever do a situation where you can only buy like up to a certain size of big gulp, like big huge drink, fountain drink at a soda pop?
They tried to put on They did put on a soda
soda
tax.
Pop restriction.
And they did put on the restriction, but then people fought against it, I think. And part of it,
well,
they didn't do
did
one part of
around
it.
The country,
But it did have a tax, I remember. And I remember I was working at a small store, and I remember telling people that I was going to have like the Chicago pop party because I drank so much of it. I was going to hijack an RC truck, which is like a local soda, and throw them all off the bridge.
Rebelling against something that's healthy in a way that's unhealthy is smart.
Well, I know, but
okay, I'm not saying they should make the restrictions. I am saying that was silly what you did. Because it does not. It basically proves their point for them. that
We're back to that one lone
people
person.
that can choose shouldn't, because they'll just drink a whole bunch. That's the
Yeah.
that's why they put that restriction in place. So by doing what you did, you just proved their point for them.
Right.
Right. So instead, you just say, no, we don't want the restriction. It's our choice. Don't start restricting stuff like that, because who knows where it's going to end. We're in a free country. Knock it off. And then that's it. That's it. And you don't need to drink extra soda pop to make a point. Because that's the wrong point. 0.3 miles to go till the turn.
Yeah, to Western Avenue.
This is a good. I like this road. I'm glad it sent me down this road. It's a decent road. I don't have to move all over. I got some green and some architecture.
Yeah, and then you got the 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s stuff. So you'll see a lot of that, like where I'm from, and when you go further south, you'll see a lot of stuff that's more like 50s, 60s, 70s architecture. And this stuff on this side, more north, you got the more 20s, 30s. It's going to get, and then like I said, all the museums like you wanted to see and stuff, like you said, possibly is like, that stuff's all from the 1800s, from the, forget which year that exhibition is, but it's all from one World's Fair. The same one they always talk about, that one killer guy, the opened a hotel over this way, or not this way, but
One thought. Is that a charter school, Horizon Science Academy?
probably. I know it's not. I don't think it's a part of the Chicago Public School District.
Yeah, if I had a child here, I'd definitely be getting him in charter school. I'd be moving to where the charter schools were. Just getting him in charter school.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll see it later.
One of the two.
I don't know if I'll even see it later, or if it was even a battery saving thing that turned off chat, but it should be good for recharging the phone, because obviously the battery saving mode is a bit more intuitive than the one on my old phone, where it just starts shutting down. So it'll work until it doesn't, so it tries to do whatever its task you set it before it, so that's kind of cool. So I'm still broadcasting apparently, but I can't see anything because the screen is so dark, and I'm not turning up the brightness. Because I can kind of make it out. I'm only pointing in two directions anyway, so most likely can capture things with any kind of like easy thing.
You're gonna have to speak up for it, because of all the background noise, it probably
Yeah.
can't hear you very well.
And we're gonna go down 51st Street. Yeah. One of those kind of things.
Blackberry Dr.
Free,
Pepper?
dry,
You're kidding me. That probably tastes even more like really bad cognac.
What does? Oh.
Like a bad brandy mixture. Dr. Pepper and blackberry.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
Ugh.
I've seen
Cough
that.
syrup.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that like
I guess if you like NyQuil.
Well, it's funny because that Easter party on Mark's channel, we tried that stuff that was like, I tried that stuff anyway, it was like Robitussin.
Yeah, what was up with that? Here, this tastes horrible. It tastes like Robitussin. Have some.
Well, that's why I always make that joke. I made that joke forever. That's what people always do. Here, this is horrible. Try it. It's like,
yeah, did you see me trying it? Someone
No.
says something's horrible and shoves it in my face. Doesn't mean I'm going to drink it.
I mean, I will, as long as it's nothing
In fact,
harmful.
If they say it's horrible and shove it in my face, I'm not going to take it.
I mean, there's a logic to that, too. I'm just saying I will actually, like, you know.
Here, have some poop. It's good. It tastes like poop.
Right.
No, you might want to drink the poop, but I don't want to drink the poop. Or
Right.
eat it, or
No, I
anything
gotcha.
else.
And I do agree. Huh. I do agree with that. Okay, I can't. I gotta look which way. That's
You can change you probably have it on predictive light or whatever.
No, it's because the brightness is down because it's on battery saving mode. So I turned it on a while ago. I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit, so at least I can kind of see what I'm filming. Well, yeah, possibly, but I'm just trying to. Still, I understand what it's doing. It's not bad that it does that, but I can't see what the hell I'm filming, so I just turned it up a little bit, so at least I can get the contrast. So at least I can see what I'm filming between light and dark and all that.
Oh, yum! I smell lots and lots of tacos and stuff.
Well, yeah,
Eat that instead.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's burgers.
Yeah.
Sandwich bread that's gonna make me sick.
Sandwich bread is gonna be.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, then.